All right, good morning. It is Monday, August the 17th, 2026. We hope everyone had a nice weekend. Kroll family had a nice weekend. Pretty simple Saturday. We were over at a friend's house, and after the temperature, we had to wait till a little later in the evening because it was 100 and whatever degrees. And but yeah, so started to cool down a bit. The clouds kind of came in, which allowed us to play a highly competitive game of street hockey, dads versus kids, in which the dads did prevail. For those of you that were wondering, 10-9, just a barn burner of a game, 10-9. With that being said, I was on the receiving end of a high stick from an 8-year-old. Haven't got one of these in a while, right above the eyebrow. Nice little reminder of what it's like to play hockey, getting hit in the face with a stick. Although that was the first time I've been hit in the face with it by an 8-year-old. Strong 8-year-old. But nonetheless, we hope you had a great weekend as well. Review season next week, a week from today. So we are excited. Our team's been busy working away on a few items, one of which, so last week we received further guidance regarding Trump accounts. All right, so I think some of you know, like we were already planning on having that on the agenda for those of you that might apply to, okay, that might be applicable to. All right, just to understand, like, what are the rules? Who can open accounts? Who can contribute to accounts? Those can be two different things. So yeah, we're going to have it on the agenda for those of you that we think it might apply to, which is really any of you that either have children or potentially grandchildren that are younger than 18 years old. We'll just kind of walk through how that works and the rules and see if that's something you may or may not want to do. All right, looking at markets last week, roughly flat, although small caps hit an all-time high, which is interesting. I think that's healthy when you see, kind of a broader rally in the markets. Although the larger indices were relatively flat last week. Importantly, consumer price index, so CPI, the inflation data came in last week, 3.4% for the month of July. All right, so that's a tick down from the prior month. June was 3.5. All right, the producer price index was also roughly in line with expectations. All right, and if you watched last week's video, we talked about how you can look at the futures markets, and it's kind of neat. You can see what the market is pricing in terms of probability for rate hikes. All right, so now with the inflation data in last week, we are currently down to a 33% chance of a rate hike in September. All right, so just a couple weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, there's only a 33% chance that they wouldn't hike. All right, so that's almost flip-flopped in the last 10 days with the most recent employment report and the inflation data. So we'll see. Obviously, that can change at any time as markets change, business conditions change. So we will see. But questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to our team, and we are really, really excited to visit with many of you in the weeks ahead. So we hope you have a great week. Thank you.